Very good morning, children. How are you? All are fine. I hope all are fine. And on previous, in our previous economics classes, so far we have seen some important basics, particularly relating to the first year economics, like the types of goods. Next, what is what are the important characteristic features of human wants, and what is utility, what are the types of utility, and also what is circular flow of income. In such a way we have seen some important basics, and today also we are going to see another important topic, that is distinguish between microeconomics and macroeconomics. And previously have studied the subject economics, which study about the management of household. It studies about how the individuals satisfy their unlimited wants with limited means, limited resources. That what we studied earlier. Now you are going to see what is microeconomics, what is macroeconomics. The first of all, they are telling that the subject matter of economics is divided into 5 basic categories. Those are production, distribution, exchange, consumption, and also public finance. The subject matter of economics is divided into 5 important topics: production, distribution, exchange, public finance, and also consumption. But modern economic theory divided the subject matter of economics into 2 important branches. Those are microeconomics and macroeconomics. What are the 2 important branches of economics here according to modern theory? The modern theory divided the subject matter of economics into 2, that is microeconomics and macroeconomics. Now first of all you have to understand what is microeconomics. See, before going to see the main differences between microeconomics and macroeconomics, you have to see behind this division, whose effort was there. The first person who received Nobel Prize for economics, that is Ragnar Frisch, who received Nobel Prize in 1969 particularly. So till 1969 there was no Nobel Prize for economics, even though Nobel Prize was started in the year 1901. The remaining parts like peace, literature, medicine, chemistry, physics, those only had Nobel Prize, but economics did not have Nobel Prize. But from 1969 onwards, even Nobel Prize has been given to economics. The first person who received Nobel Prize for economics was, that is, Professor Ragnar Frisch of Oslo University. Where do you find Oslo? In Norway you find Oslo. So from Oslo University he was the economics professor. So he was the person 1930 who distinguished between microeconomics and macroeconomics. So for this effort only, actually he received a Nobel Prize. So here what you have to understand, the first important thing, that this word micro, the English word micro, has been derived from the Greek word micros, which means small. How the word micros actually micro derived? The word micro has been derived from the Greek word micros, which means small. And the word macro is derived from the Greek word macros, which means large. Understood? So this is the first difference what you have to understand between microeconomics and macroeconomics. And this microeconomics actually deals about individual units. So what are individual units? Individual units means what? Just you have to take individually. You don't take the whole unit. Take one classroom. In one class, if you analyze, if you study about one student, that is called individual unit. If you ask his income, if you ask his expenditure, if you ask his saving, if you ask all his family details, if you ask his native place. So in that way, what you are doing, you are completely analyzing, you are completely studying about one individual, that is called microeconomics. Even some of the economists told that if you want to study, if you study about the entire forest, that is macroeconomics. If you study about a tree in a forest, that is microeconomics. Understood? If you study about the entire Anantapur district, that is macroeconomics. If you study about one village in Anantapur district, that is microeconomics. Understood? So this microeconomics deals about individual units, but macroeconomics deals economy as a whole. What I have written here, economy as a whole, total Indian economy. It studies about total Indian economy. Microeconomics deal about the individual's income, but macroeconomics deal about the whole country's income, that is national income. So this is the second important difference what you have to understand. This microeconomics is also called price theory. What microeconomics is also called? Price theory. Whereas the macroeconomics is called income and employment theory, that I have written already here. Income and employment theory. See, you have to understand why microeconomics is called price theory. Why microeconomics is called price theory? Because it deals about prices. Prices of what? Prices of factors of production. Prices of factors of production. What are the factors of production? Land, labor, capital, and organization. These are the factors of production. That's why here they are telling that this microeconomics study about price determination both in factor market as well as commodity market. What is factor market? Factor market is nothing but the market where factors of production are available. What are the factors of production? The factors which we require to do production. What are those? Land we require, labor we require, capital we require, organization we require. So all these are factors of production. You deal about factors of production. What is the price of land? Land price is rent. What is the price of land? Land price is rent. What is the price of labor? The price of labor is wage. What is the price of capital? Capital price is interest. What is price for organization? What is the price for organization? What is the reward for organization? That is profit. So what microeconomics deal? The microeconomics deals about the prices of factors of production. That's why it is called prices. That means microeconomics determines how land get rent. Why should we give land to the? Why should we give rent to the land? Why should we give wage to the labor? How capital earns interest? Why should the entrepreneur get the profit? So that all those are discussed under microeconomics. That's why this microeconomics is called price theory. That's why it studies about price determination. So not only it decides the prices of factors of production, even it decides the price of commodities also. That's why where goods are available, that is commodity market. Where factors of production are available, that is factor market. So it decides prices both in factor market as well as commodity market. That's what you have to understand. And finally, this microeconomics deal about particularly price mechanism, which actually depends upon demand and supply. What is price mechanism? Price mechanism is nothing but where the goods prices are decided based on demand and supply, not based on the government interference. Government will not decide the prices. Who will decide the prices of factors of price of goods? The demand and supply. If demand and supply determine the price of goods, that is called price mechanism. Which actually deal about price mechanism? microeconomics deals about price mechanism. So price mechanism is nothing but where you find the price of goods are decided based on demand and supply. So this is what about microeconomics. Then what about macroeconomics? So in case of macroeconomics, you see here the first important difference you can understand. See here, the first one I have already explained. The word macro has been derived from the macros, which means large, and as microeconomics deals about individual, macroeconomics deals about the whole, that is economy as a whole. That means it considers the entire country. And the microeconomics is called price theory, but macroeconomics is called income and employment theory. And the macroeconomics actually deals about price mechanism, as well as the macroeconomics deals about national income, total employment, total consumption, aggregate savings and aggregate investment, general price level, and even economic growth also. So in this way, macroeconomics deals about what? National income. What is national income? The total income of the country in a year. That is called national income. It deals about the national income, the first one. What is second one? Even deals about the total employment. It deals about total consumption. It deals about total saving. It deals about total investment. Even it deals about general price level. And even it deals about economic growth. Understood? And finally, you have to see what is the basis for microeconomics. Price mechanism is the basis for microeconomics. What is the basis for macroeconomics? That is aggregate demand, that is total demand in the country for goods and services. Aggregate supply, total supply of all goods and services in the country. Aggregate savings, total savings by organizations as well as individuals in the country. So macroeconomics is based on particularly aggregate demand, aggregate supply, aggregate savings. But microeconomics it is based on price mechanism. So these are the basic differences between the microeconomics and macroeconomics. And I hope you understood. You better to take down the important points while watching this video, while listening this video, and after writing the important points. Once you go through those important points, you can easily understand the concept of this topic. Thank you.